I have the equation 2x plus 5y equals 0. And starting with this, can I graph it using our slope-intercept form? Well, the first thing I hope you recognize is, no, I can't. It's not in slope-intercept form. It's not in this y equals mx plus b form. That's a b, not an L or a 7. So that's the first thing you recognize. But you're going, wait a minute, no, wait a minute, that's not a problem. I can rearrange it to fit it into that form. All right, well, let's do that. Let's set it up so it's subtract 2x from both sides. I get 5y equals negative 2x. Not quite to being exactly y equals, I have 5y. We have to divide everything through by 5. So I have y equals minus 2/5 x. So close to being in our y equals mx plus b form. Problem is there's no plus b over here. Well, that's not a problem. That shouldn't be a problem. Let's just give it one. Let's call it a 0. There we go. Now it's in y equals mx plus b form. Added a 0. The 0 doesn't change the equation. It just is kind of serving me as a placeholder to help me remember what's happening or what's going on here. So from here, I think we're home free. I think we can graph it. First thing we want to identify is its starting spot. Where does it cross the x-axis or the y-axis at? Its starting spot. Well, its y-intercept was this placeholder that we put in there. It was 0, so we know it crosses at the origin. And then from there, once we have one point, we can use its slope to help us to determine another point. So I can start from this point. Its slope, which is negative 2 over 5, tells me how to find another point. So from this point, I'm going to go my rise over my run. So I have rise over run. In this case, is a negative 2 over a 5. Tells me to go down 2 and over 5. Over in a positive 5 direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there I go. I found 2 points. 2 points determines a line. I was all set. Some of you guys that might have been working this problem are going, well, wait a minute, Willie. Rise over run was negative 2 over 5. That's not the only way you can write that. We know that negative 2/5 can also be written as a negative 2 over a positive 5 or a 2 over a negative 5. Why did you choose this one and not that one? What if I chose this one as the way I wrote my rise over my run? So I did 2 over a negative 5. Surely I'm going to get a completely different answer. I mean, of course, mathematics doesn't have a reliable pattern. It's chaos all the time, right? No, we've never discovered that. There's got to be something we can do with it. So let's look at its slope the other direction. So this tells me I go up 2 and a run backwards negative 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it looks like if I drew those lines as straight as I should have, this line continues on and fits it. So I used the slope one time to find the lower next point. I could use its slope written the other way with a negative in the denominator, and it just found the point in the opposite direction. Still on the same line. Wow. Yeah, I think that's cool too.